anyhow, we're heading up what is commonly called the 4-lane, which hugs the side of a mountain. You can see what's outside there. Beautiful little valley. Anyhow, we're heading up the 4-lane. This is going to take us through Shaver Lake, through Huntington Lake area. Then we're going to veer off to the east, and we'll have 26 miles of bad road until we get to Mono Hot Springs, where my second child is working this summer, like he does every summer. And we've got the honeymoon cabin for the night. It's exciting. And we're going to be doing a special video for the folks that own Mono Hot Springs. They wanted to do a cooking video, specifically Dutch oven cooking. So we have our Dutch oven and we have all the stuff to make stew. And we are going to just go up there and see if we can't make a tasty stew. And we'll take you guys along for that. But I wanted you to see some of the really beautiful scenery before we get to where all the trees have died. I don't think I want to show you that. That's just too sad. Well, we made it up the...
What's that, sweet?
I'm talking to my phone.
Oh.
We made it up the 26 miles of bad road. Tons of people leaving out of the resort. And we are back at the honeymoon cabin that we have for tonight. And for those of you who, isn't that a neat chair? That is so cool. For those of you who haven't seen my other video on the weekend we spent here a couple of years ago, this gives you a little bit of a look-see at this really gorgeous cabin. Look at its beautiful floor. I mean, the floor is just gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? And it's kind of like being in the Flintstones house almost. Moose. Okay, I'm sitting on this lovely leather couch and I'm going to heave my whale-like carcass up on my feet and show you this bathroom again. I love this bathroom. It is just so neat. We have lots of towels and we can fill up our neato soaking tub with hot mineral water and just soak to your heart's content. Of course, you have to make sure all the scorpions aren't in your way. A lot of scorpions in this area. So anyhow, oh, nice amenities. There I am. Hi! I made it! Okay, I just think this is neat. So anyhow, Grant's bringing all the junk in from the car. And after a while, we'll get a fire started. And we will get going with the Dutch oven cookery. Love that. This is pretty nice, huh, Grant?
For sure.
Yeah.
Even some of the stereo system.
Since I'm taking you on a tour, I'll take you right back out through the lovely little screen door. They have a front porch swing. It's been beautifully raked. There's a nice place to do a fire. Wonderful picnic table. But here's my spot. This is the spot I like to sit when we come here. I've only been here twice, but I just fell in love with this table. Comfy big chairs. It also comes with, if you are so inclined, a Weber grill already charged up with propane. So, anywho, this is where we're going to be hanging out. I just wanted you guys to get a little glimpse of it. Well, I'm lying here under the big moose. I'm on the honeymoon bed. I'm all covered up with my brand new British military cold weather spec down and feather military surplus. Arctic sleeping bag. I just got this thing. There's the label. I just got this thing. It's used from Major Surplus. Is that right, Moose? Is it Major Surplus? Yeah. Moose just imperceptibly nodded his head and said that's right. See if I can give you a better look at it. I don't know what you can see, but I'm going to show you anyway. I love this thing. It is so comfortable. Anyhow, the Moose and I have been having a little chat about how things have changed. Grant's out there. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to stop this and I'm going to start it again only so I can see y'all. Okay, I'm back. Moose is a little ticked. He really loves a camera opportunity, but I told him that we could do another selfie later. Anyhow, okay, so I'm in the cabin. I'm lying down under my comfy blanket. I have some peanut M&Ms with me. And who's out there lighting the fire, getting things ready? It's not me, it's Grant. It's close to 5. It takes about 3 hours to cook the stew, according to everything I've read. And so it'll be about an hour before the coals are ready. And the sun is going to be, the shadows are already long out there, so I don't know how much longer we'll have sun. So hopefully we didn't get this started too late to get some good outdoor footage of the cooking process in our beautiful Dutch oven that Grant just cleaned and seasoned beautifully. I'm going to do some video about that later. Anyhow, so what I'm thinking about is how 11 years ago, almost 12 years ago now, when Grant and I first met, I was Miss Do It By Myself. He'd go to carry my luggage and I'd grab it back. I can do that myself. Or he'd carry my bass or my amplifier or something heavy and I'd grab it out of his hand. I can do that myself. Everybody needs to be able to pull their own weight. I can carry my own things, thank you, but I'm a modern woman. I can take care of my own stuff. Oh my, how the worm has turned. Now, just getting myself from the truck into the cabin and into the bed under my sleeping bag is like a major feat it's like Olympic pre-trials. I mean, I am tired. I had decided that once Grant gets the fire going and I've shot the first little bit of video, that I'm going to have him drive me up to the spa so I can get in the hot tub and soak in that wonderful mineral water. But I don't even know if I'm going to have the energy to do that. We shall see. I'm going to soak before I leave tomorrow, which is, I always do that. I always do a morning soak on the way out of the resort. But God, just exhaustion. More and more of the same. You guys are so sick of hearing me talk about it. And I hate hearing me talk about it, but it is what it is, and it's what's been motivating me. And if you want me to be real, I got to tell you that that's what's up. So anyway, so now Grant has gone to being, having a stalwart woman by his side who totes her own barge and lifts her own bale, to having this whiny, laid out on the couch or the bed, old woman who can barely carry in the groceries. And I feel so sorry for him. I really do. Because he's a trooper, you know, he never complains. Just however much work it takes to get the thing done, he does the work. God bless him. So I'm feeling weird about that. I feel like I need to check myself in somewhere, like to a Pilates camp or something, where every single day some mean 27-year-old buffed dude that's young enough to be my grandson hauls my flabby ass into the exercise room and puts me through my paces twice a day and makes me eat, you know, kale frappe 3 times a day, and my big treat is half an organic apple. I don't know. I'm just floundering here. And I've noticed how flabby my muscles are. I mean, I'm a big ass girl, that's true, but there's always been a fairly decent musculature underneath all this flab, for lack of a better word. I mean, I was never really flabby, if that makes any sense. Big old ox of a woman with big old arms and legs, but you know, you poke the arms and legs and they usually didn't jiggle much. I mean, there wasn't much jiggle. There's a lot going on under there in addition to the fat. But now I've noticed body weakness as well as muscle, like my forearms. You know, I can move the muscle around in my forearms when I massage it. I didn't used to be able to do that. You know, it used to be, man, that was one solid arm. You didn't want to arm wrestle with me. You didn't. But those days are over, and I'm not sure how to find my way back to them. Well, of course I know how. I'm just not sure if I've got the wherewithal or the energy or the desire. So, I mean, that's the real truth. You know, I didn't bring my cards today, and I'm so sorry I didn't, because I keep thinking about those cartomancy cards that I got. For those of you who don't like card reading, cover your ears, because I'm going to talk about this for just a second. I love the way those feel. I mean, the way they tactily feel, but also how it feels to hold them and work with them. They feel energized and like they're trying to tell me something. They want me to know what they have to say. And, man, that's interesting. The cards I had been using, the characters in water margin, I love those cards too. But they're a more circumspect card. They seem to leave a lot more to subtle interpretation. But the cartomancy cards, they scream loud and clear. They really do. And so I wish I had the forethought to bring them so I could have, just fingered them, molested them. Oh, shit. Can we even make jokes about molestation anymore? I don't think we can. There's so many things we can't make jokes about anymore. And I always, chose the low-hanging fruit when it came to jokes. So, my vault has run out of ideas that aren't going to, offend half of my listeners. So, the world is changing too fast around me. All right, well, I've blathered on enough. How long have I blathered on? Oh, I don't know. Oh, almost 8 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to take a little nap. Grant's over there, all laid out on one of our camp beds. He had enough presence of mind to bring a camp bed that he could lay out on the porch and just chill. It's absolutely beautiful afternoon. Perfect weather. We are at about 6,900 feet or so up here in the backcountry of the Sierras. Again, we're at Mono Hot Springs. Wonderful place to come for a vacation. Look it up online. It's probably monohotsprings.com or might be Mono Hot Springs Resort. I'll put a link down in the down bar for you to see. And our stew is just cooking away nicely. It's been about, 8 minutes or so since you
Maybe
covered?
Well, it's 6:20, so maybe 10 minutes since you put the veggies in. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe 10 minutes? Okay, we'll let it go a few more minutes and we'll go ahead and check it again. Little tiny bird up there. It's either a titmouse or a nuthatch. It's some tiny little bird. And there are actually a few in these trees. And they are just singing up a storm, this guy in particular. I love that sound. If you zoom in, that tree center, right in the center of the frame has a couple of holes in it. And so does that tree center frame. And every once in a while we'll see these tiny little songbirds come popping in and out of the holes on these trees. It's so cute. Well, my peeps, I've laid waste to a bowl of stew.
You didn't finish yours.
I'm gonna though. Grant's over there daintily and carefully eating his. He still has bread. I've eaten about 3 times the amount of bread, and I'm gonna eat that too in a minute. Oh man, this really, I'm gonna turn this around so I can see you. This really turned out. I would Dutch oven cook again in a heartbeat. I know I'm anxious to try other stuff. I think the way Grant set it up was absolutely perfect. He got the right amount of coals. He added to them the right amount of time, had them the right height. It was perfect. We're at 6,900 feet about elevation here in the Sierras. So, you know, that you got to account for your higher elevation when you're slower cooking. But yeah, it took about a little over 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe from start to finish to get the thing done and on the table. Hopefully Nick will come by and have some as well. We've got a lot left down there in the Dutch oven sitting on the patio. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know it was successful. I don't know if I'm going to be able to soak tonight. I'm tired. But I think a soak would be really, really good for me. So we'll see how it goes. So talk to you guys later. Bye. Good morning, Moose. It's morning finally. Oh, that was a long, long night. I was on scorpion patrol all night. I was so afraid that I'd see a scorpion. That's where Grant slept. He slept on the camp bed right there. And I think that's funny. We're in the honeymoon suite. We slept on separate beds. But this bed is tiny. This is a full-size bed. And it's up against the wall, so it's hard to get in and out without crawling over each other. I'm going to turn this around. And I kept having all these bad dreams about insects crawling on me and getting up and going into the Fred Flintstone bathroom and finding, centipedes on the wall or some scary thing like that, or snakes in there. Of course, there's no snakes or centipedes or tarantulas or any other damn thing in this cabin. It's perfectly fine. I think I saw like a little tiny itty bitty spider. You could barely see it. God. But I kept having dreams and waking up. And in one of my dreams, I fell off this bed. I fell onto Grant. He yelled. And then he woke up Mike, who for some weird reason was in the cabin with us. This is a dream, mind you. So I had to borrow Mike's flashlight to go in the bathroom. And it was full of creepy crawly things, including snakes, one of which bit me. Then I was angry and I demanded to be taken home. So Grant and Mike took me as far as a
little store about a mile from our house where they were going to hang around there and drink, and Grant doesn't even drink. And Mike passes out, and Grant wouldn't give me the keys to the car, so I had to walk home. It was a horrible dream. It was just horrible. It's not like Grant would ever do anything mean ever in his whole life. So, I don't know what my trip was last night. I was just, I don't know. Maybe there was something in that stew we made. I don't know. So, now we're gonna pick up our stuff, get ready to leave, and I'm gonna have Grant take me to the spa, and I'm gonna need to soak. I need to soak. It's like I can feel my joints all sort of stiff and tight, so I'll take you along and I'll do some video at the spa. You can see that. In the meantime, Moose and I need to have a little discussion. He's been sitting up there eyeing me, and I don't know if I like it. Grant says he's dead and in the spiritual realm and quit worrying about it, but I'm convinced that if I went outside on the other side of this cabin, his big old ass would be hanging out on the other side, his tail wagging, his feet flailing around. So I don't know if Grant's right.
Well, it's 8 something in the morning, and Grant's just finished loading our car up. I'm going down to the spa here in a minute, but I just wanted to show you the beautiful play of light against this gorgeous sawn tree trunk table, and how pretty the light is on the stone patio too. This is just a beautiful place. It's just beautiful. And I can hear the river in the distance. I'm going to be quiet for a second and see if you can. Probably not, but it's lovely. In fact, I think I'm going to take a few pictures of this. Maybe I can use it as a background in something. It's just so neat. So now we're off to the spa.